Greetings and welcome to this week's press conference. There are 5 items that we will cover today. First, the opening of city parks and playgrounds. Second, the newly established City of Erie Urban Forest Committee. We'll introduce you to them. Third, the Lake Erie Arboretum at Frontier Relief Tree Planting Initiative. And of course, Lake Erie Arboretum at Frontier goes by LEAF, typically. The proclamation, there will be a proclamation recognizing April as Autism Acceptance Month. And lastly, we'll have an update on Kiva, which is very exciting. So first, I'm pleased to announce that we are opening all city parks and playgrounds for the season. Our Public Works Department has been very busy hanging swings and installing new signage with the COVID-19 guidelines and safety precautions. The signs remind park visitors of 3 things. Parks and playgrounds are open, but equipment is not sanitized. That's a warning. Please wear masks when at a park or playground, and park users should comply with social distancing recommendations and practice good hygiene. Roger Young Pool and Glenwood Park picnic shelters and bathrooms will be open this summer, and city parks will open for organized sports leagues. Prior to getting permission to use city parks for programs, every league must supply the City of Erie with a precautionary COVID-19 plan. In addition, the YMCA's annual summer program will happen again this year. We're very happy about that. We'll have more information regarding all park programs come May. Next, I'm proud to introduce the new Urban Forest Committee for the City of Erie. Erie's urban forest is an important community resource and enhances the integrity of our ecosystem and enriches the quality of life for all Erie residents. The Urban Forest Committee will work with the City of Erie and community partners to preserve, maintain, and increase Erie's urban forest while providing education to our residents and businesses on tree planting and tree care. I think we all recognize the important role that a healthy urban forest plays in increasing property values, attracting businesses and residents, and keeping them here. The Urban Forest Committee will act as a partner and advisor to the City of Erie on matters of environmental integrity, especially concerning sound urban forest management practices. The Urban Forest Committee's proactive leadership will encourage environmental stewardship, draft an urban forestry plan, conduct a tree inventory, perform education and outreach activities, and develop public policy that will support a thriving urban forest and healthy urban ecosystem. Here to tell us more about the Urban Forest Committee is our City Arborist and Sustainability Coordinator, Sarah Peelman. Sarah.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to take my mask off. Is that okay? For the last 10 years, the Urban Forest Committee has really struggled to stay active. Several of our early active members left the committee or moved away, and many relied on the fact that we have an arborist on staff as a reason to be less concerned with urban forest issues, thinking everything was in safe hands, which it was. However, managing our urban forest is a monumental task that one person alone is not capable of. It takes many trees to become a mighty forest, and so it takes many members of our community to form an urban forest committee and mightily manage and care for it. I'm so very excited to have the Urban Forest Committee be reactivated and hand-selected by the mayor and his staff. The goal of the Urban Forest Committee is to create cleaner water, cooler temperatures, and many more benefits. Oh wait, I messed that up. The goal of the urban, that's what trees do for us, which is great. The goal of the Urban Forest Committee is to create a healthier, sustainable environment for the future of all our citizens, thanks to all the things that trees do for us. The vision of the Urban Forest Committee is that the Erie's urban forest will be a healthy, diverse urban ecosystem full of native trees, flora, and fauna that provide much needed green space along our city streets, in our public parks, and on private properties. And there's still things that you can do to help our urban forests. You can reach out and volunteer, help us conduct tree inventories, adopt a tree or whole parks, participate in tree care days and workshops, grow seedling trees yourself, and always plant more trees. So I'm very excited about the committee.
Thank you very much, Sarah, and I really appreciate all your work on putting this together as well. Thank you very much. It's very encouraging that so many people applied for a seat on the Urban Forest Committee. I think we had like 18 or 19 applications, and all really good people. After a thorough application review, we've chosen the following 7 to serve on the City of Erie's Urban Forest Committee. Several of them are here with us today, and I'd ask when I call your name if you'd come up and stand beside me so everyone can see you. And if you'd like to say a few words, you can do that as well. I know some do and some don't, so it's up to you on that. So our first new member is Stephanie Seiner. Stephanie teaches gardening and ecology programs in Erie's public schools and operates Wild Field Urban Farm. Stephanie was not able to be with us today. Next is Jamie Kime. Jamie's coming up. Jamie is a creative director for Lake Erie Arboretum at Frontier, which happens to be where we are right now, better known as LEAF, which is overseeing the ReLeaf project. We will hear more about ReLeaf in a few minutes. Jamie, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm really excited to be a part of this group and look forward to the future.
Thanks. Glad to have you here, Jamie. Next is Ginny Sivak. She's a retired teacher who was a 5-year member of the Spanish Fork in Utah City Shade Tree Committee before moving back here to Erie. And Ginny was not able to be with us today. Next is someone who is here with us, Armando Reyes. He is a professional woodworker and furniture maker who is interested in maintaining the trees and forests that supply the material that he uses. Armando?
No, I just wanted to say thank you to the mayor and thank you for everybody else on the committee. Look forward to working with everybody. Excellent. And making our city more beautiful.
Excellent. Thank you, Armando. Next is Mark Spitulski. Mark is on his way up. Mark is an ISA certified arborist, owner of MKS Arborist Services, and former director of facilities and grounds at Asbury Woods. Mark?
Thanks, Mayor. I just want to say thank you, and I look forward to working with the committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate that. Next is someone I think everybody knows, Mr. John Vanko. John is on his way up, and you're going to hear more from him later as well. But John is a very experienced arts professional and environmental educator, and he's current project manager for the LEAF tree planting program, which is known as ReLeaf, R-E-L-E-A-F. Huh?
I'll speak a little later.
You will speak later too, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'm really glad to be a part of such a prestigious group.
Okay.
Excellent. Like a great
Excellent.
team.
Yes. You're part of our next topic, so you'll be speaking then. And finally, on her way up is Patty Williams. Patty is a lifelong gardener who has made her home and is finishing her master gardening certification right this year.
Thank you, Mayor.
Patty.
This is a very exciting, and I appreciate it. I look forward to the work. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. So thanks to each of you for your willingness to serve on the UFC committee. I learned much about trees when we interviewed each of you, a lot more than I knew before, for this Urban Forest Committee. I was very impressed with your passion and your eagerness to share your expertise with our community. Thank you very much for that. The Urban Forest Committee meetings will be open to the public and initially available on Zoom. The April meeting will be announced via social media very soon. Now, as I mentioned earlier, LEAF has launched a long-term tree planting initiative for Erie. This project, called ReLeaf, aims to plant 6,000 trees in Erie County by this summer and many more in the years to come. John Vanko, the ReLeaf project manager, will tell us more about the project and how the community can get more involved. John, welcome back.
Thank you, Mayor. The ReLeaf project was born a year ago and promptly bushwhacked by the pandemic, like so many other things. But we spent last year putting the program together, working with schools, lining up partners, so that our partners for the ReLeaf program extend across all segments of the community, from neighborhood organizations and a variety of government agencies to scout troops and schools and on and on. And really, the purpose of ReLeaf is to engage as many people as possible in planting trees. Probably a lot of you were as shocked as I was this morning when I looked out the window and saw that the snow showers turned into these huge gobs of white stuff. But it's quite beautiful. But I'm really looking forward to looking out there and seeing the green that the trees provide us. This is a wonderful neighborhood that we're in here where the Arboretum is, but there's so many parts of our city that could really use reforestation, new trees on the streets, in the parks. And last year we were successful in planting somewhere, I don't know, somewhere between 500 and 1,000 trees. This spring, we initially planned to plant 6,000 trees. Looks like we might not have quite that many this spring, but by the end of the year, we'll have planted way more than that. We're scheduling spring and fall plantings for the foreseeable future. Trees, as Sarah Peelman briefly alluded, really are fundamental to human life. We evolved with trees. Trees provide the oxygen that we breathe. They take carbon out of the air. They filter the pollution out of the air. They provide us with clean water. They protect our streams. So all of these things come together to ask everybody in our community to join in and plant. Our goal, long-term goal, is to plant 275,000 trees, enough for one for every person in Erie County. But we also, and this is the great synchrony with this committee, we also want to develop public policy across the municipalities in Erie County and beyond, ultimately, to protect and plant more trees. A key part of this program has been a partnership with the Keystone 10 Million Trees Project, which is a program of the Chesapeake Bay Foundation and the Arbor Day Foundation. They're providing us with free trees, and trees that can be planted anywhere. And ultimately, will be available to anybody who wants to plant a tree in Erie County. We'll get you a tree. Right now, we're pretty much, this initial phase of 3,000 that we're all set to plant are all spoken for, but there are more in the pipeline, and including a large planting this fall. So I really welcome this opportunity. I really thank the city for reinvigorating this Urban Forest Committee, and look forward to working with them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. Relief is really an incredible project, and there's so much work to be done. We want to encourage everybody to really support this initiative as it moves forward. And we certainly wish you luck in planting those 275,000 trees. By the way, anyone who wants to volunteer or donate money, which they can use, can visit a website. It's www.relieferie.org. And Relief Erie is all one word, RELEAFERIE. Okay, next, April now is Autism Awareness Month throughout the country. I want to bring attention to a cause that's very near to my family and many others across the city. My wife Rhonda and I were brought very close to autism by our daughter Jody. Jody was born with Down syndrome. She was developing very well until autism set in around age 7. With autism, she lost her speech and communication became a big challenge. But Rhonda and I love Jody, as do her big sister Jamie and her twin brother Joe. Jody is now 35 and still lives with Rhonda and me. Jody teaches me every day about patience, acceptance, and the value that each of us contributes to the community. That is why right now we're promoting the understanding and acceptance of everyone. With us today is Heather Evans. Heather is the board president of the Autism Society of Northwest Pennsylvania. First, I will present Heather with a proclamation declaring April Autism Acceptance Month in Erie. Then Heather will share her thoughts. Heather, will you come up and join me? So first, the proclamation. Whereas the city of Erie celebrates the numerous ways autistic individuals enhance the quality of life and enrich the community, whereas since 1 in 54 children is diagnosed on the autism spectrum with that disorder, we have well over 5 million autistic individuals in the United States. Whereas many autistic individuals achieve independence and live purposeful lives when afforded the support that they deserve, we affirm the fundamental rights of those on the spectrum to participate fully in society. Whereas diversity in our region is our region's greatest strength. Everyone should be welcomed and accepted for the unique talents and skills that everyone possesses, regardless of their race, their religion, their creed, ethnicity, color, culture, color of skin, sexual orientation, gender identity and expression, or where they fall on the autism spectrum. Now, therefore, I, Joseph V. Schember, Mayor of the City of Erie, hereby proclaim April 2021 as Autism Acceptance Month. I encourage all residents to learn more about autism and what they can do to support individuals on the autism spectrum. Furthermore, I ask every Erie resident to honor families, self-advocates, caregivers, professionals, and all who work every day to create more opportunities for individuals with autism. Heather, thanks for all you're doing. The mic is yours.
Thank you.
I'll give you your...
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you for this. We're super appreciative of all the support that our community provides to us and our families. And just as the mayor spoke about, all of those things help make a child's life so much better, and they can achieve so much more if they have the support of the community around them. So thank you. It's appreciated. And the Autism Society of Northwestern Pennsylvania is a very active group, and here is part of the community to help serve the families that are here. And all of our information's on our website that you could learn more about, or if you need any support, we're more than welcome to help you. So thank you so much for this honor. It's very meaningful to us, and we thank you deeply for it. Thank you.
And thank you very much, Heather. Thank you for all you and the Autism Society of Northwestern Pennsylvania do. You're a great advocate and a big resource for our community as well. Ron and I appreciate all the great work you are doing. Finally today, I'm very excited to give another positive Kiva update. First, I was encouraged that Allison Miner of Serendipity Suites was for being the second Kiva applicant in Erie to be fully funded. Already we've had 2 now. Remember, we only implemented this about 3 months ago. Second, Armando Reyes of the Lake Erie Woodworks entered the private phase of funding on Monday night and the public phase on Tuesday. His goal is to raise $6,000 in loans. And as you know, all Kiva loans are interest-free and free of any kind of charges or fees. Armando is doing great, and he's already raised about $4,000, and he only has $2,000 to go. Armando, would you like to come up and say a few words about your project? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to say to everybody who supported me thus far in the process, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful program set up, spearheaded by the city. Kiva is like a global lending program now, and it's Jennifer Hoffman at the city has really brought this to help several small businesses in Erie so far. It's been great for me. A lot of my family lives outside of Erie, and it's an easy way for them to contribute because it's an online platform. I can have lots of friends and family from all over the country support me, which they have, and I'm extremely grateful up to this point. It's only been a few days, and we're well over the halfway point. We're almost there, so every little bit helps. And like I said, it's not a donation, it is a loan, so everything we get, we do pay back. But it being interest-free and free of any fees really helps us as a small business move forward and start to grow. So thank you again.
Sure, thank you. Thank you very much, Armando. We really appreciate all you're doing here in Erie. Thank you also for serving on the Urban Forest Committee. We're very lucky to have you here in Erie. By the way, we have another entrepreneur who's getting ready to enter the private phase of Kiva crowdfunding. You'll be hearing more about that in the week ahead, so please pay attention. That's all for today's news conference. Everyone who spoke is now available for interviews. Thank you for watching. We'll have more great information next week about what is going on in Erie. Until then, follow breaking stories and updates on Erie's social media. Thank you, everyone.